welcome to the sofa sessions. I'm alright. No, thank you.
Well,
No,
just say hello to the
I
people
do
on
not
YouTube.
appear on television or YouTube.
Hello and welcome to another sofa session special. Although the truth is, this is all the extra bits, the bits that didn't fit on my last podcast. So yeah, all those bits, more unreleased songs and a little bit of madness along the way. First song, My Loneliness.
Bob Robertson comes a new range of frozen breakfasts for only £3.95. Yes, that's right. And if you enjoy a hot meal in the morning, then we've got the breakfast for you. Whatever your breakfasting preference, you'll find something tasty in the new Bob Robertson's frozen breakfast range. Sausage, beans and chips, £3.95. Egg chips and sausage, £3.95. Chicken finger, chips and beans, £3.95. Fish finger, beans and chips, £3.95. Egg chips and beans, £3.95. Egg and chips, £3.95. What's that I hear you say? You don't like sausage, egg, fish, chicken or beans? Well, just have chips. £3.95. So don't forget, when Mum's going shopping, shout out, Bob Robertson!
We are a rock revolving around the golden sun. We are a billion children rolled into one. So when I hear about the hole in the sky, salt water wells in my eyes.
Hello, Jonah. It's me.
Hello, me. Do you have a name?
It's me, your dad.
Oh, aren't you supposed to be on a train?
Yeah, about that. I sort of missed it.
By sort of, do you mean you couldn't find the station?
No, I kind of lost my ticket. But it's fine because I'm going to stay down here a bit longer.
I thought you wanted to do more recordings.
Yeah, I do. But the thing is, I've been invited over to Sebastian's, and he said he'd show me some of the sights.
Look, you don't have to explain. You're a big boy now, but remember, don't mix Red Bull with Guinness again, please.
No. Learned my lesson last time.
Oh, by the way, there's a bunch of emails with attachments. Do you want me to forward them?
Yeah, please, groovy. Okay, listen, I'll call you in a day or so and let you know what's going on, okay?
Okie dokie.
Right, speak soon. Take care. And drink lots of water.
There are numerous stories hereabouts of the Lady of the Forest, or as she is more commonly known, Mother Compass. An entity that the people of North Compass believed walked among them as both watcher and protector of her lands. Well, this story takes place in the year AD 66, a time when North Compass and Britain itself was under the occupation of the Roman Empire. And in the newly constructed city of Narbusola, it was Legatus Flavius Maximus who held the seat of power. And I'm sorry to say, Maximus had done terrible things to both man and beast to maintain his position. And so it was that Mother Compass decided to visit herself upon the Legatus's villa in the form of a band of possessed hilltop tribe men. Maximus fought valiantly, but alas, both his wife and child were struck down. However, in the midst of his grief, Maximus heard a woman's voice calling softly to him. He searched the villa frantically for the voice that seemed so close, yet just out of reach. Eventually, he found himself in the courtyard when again he heard the woman's voice whispering his name. Maximus, I sent those men who brought death to your house. Leave this land, leave, or more Romans shall perish, and their blood will be on your hands. Then, without warning, darkness engulfed the legatus's vision, and he slipped from consciousness. When he awoke, the horrors of the day before, spurred by pain, rage, and the desire for revenge, soon had him mustering troops and leading an assault on Elfia Hill, home of the Hilltop clan, from which he assumed the murderers to be from. There was a great deal of resistance from the Hilltop tribe, and during a rather bloody battle, Legatus Maximus became both disorientated and separated from his men. However, he soon found them, butchered and strewn from the low-hanging branches of the trees. Again he was set upon, but this time, beaten and bloodied, he was subdued. Taken to a clearing, where he was laid, and she appeared once more in a soft shimmering light. Again, Maximus's mind was no longer his own to command, and all he could do was listen to the words that Mother Compass spoke. Legatus Flavius Maximus, since you will not leave, and as you crave blood so much, you shall be my instrument of death, charged with removing the Roman stain from this land. At that moment, Maximus fell fast into oblivion, and as he did, he was transformed by unholy means into the envoy of destruction. Now, viewers, there are numerous accounts of a demonic Roman soldier wandering into Roman forts and slaying all within, and it is believed by many that Legatus Flavius Maximus is the sole reason Rome withdrew from Britannica. But it is not for me to say if that is the true reason. Once more, these are the strange tales of North Compass. I thank you.
Cheers for that, Sebastian.
I beg your pardon. Sorry.
There's more from him later. Right now, some music. Blimey.
was a child long ago. I woke one night full of fear. I trembled, so lost in the night. Your face in the window, looking down on the child. Your face in the window, looking down on the child. I'm feeling breathless, I'm feeling restless, I'm all alone in the Your face in the window, looking down on the child. Your face in the window, looking down on the child. Time goes by and I have lived, I have loved and lost. Too many times I have cried as love turns to dust. Your face in the window, looking down on me. Your face in the window, looking down
So that was Breathless. Coming up now, little clip that I nicked from North Compass Radio. Hey!
News from North Compass with Adrian Oziber. There was excitement today in the town of Bedding when police responded to a report from a member of the public that this man, known to many as the old man from the sofa sessions, had been smoking a marijuana cigarette in the garden of a bed and breakfast establishment. However, after a thorough examination of the area and questioning the old man, who is currently visiting North Compass to film for his next podcast, police decided it had all been a simple mistake, though they did say they would be keeping an eye on the old man's movements in the coming days. After several complaints from visitors about a loud humming sound coming from an old outbuilding at the Sudbury Estate socially distanced holiday homes, exterminator Alex Hawthorne was called to investigate, but what he found was shocking. A hornet's nest the size of a refrigerator. As always, we asked the Sudbury Foundation for a statement, and their response was no comment. Luckily, no one was injured. And it's a dark day in Badgerton, as it seems this year's Badger Run on Althea Hill has been cancelled. There'll be some sad faces in the dog and bucket tonight, I can tell you. Jazz news now, and it seems that Upper Hodge has beaten New Orleans and Margate in their bid to host the 2021 socially distanced jazz festival, meaning more outsiders than usual, which is alright, I suppose. And that's the local news.
So that was that. And next is, well, whatever next is, I haven't decided yet. I'll decide when I get home. Ha ha.
It's a song called The Rocker. And it's for Mark, because he didn't get it last time. Looking for trouble, I take no lip, nobody's tougher than me. I kick your face and soon be seeing double. Hey little girl, get your hand off of me, 'cause I'm a rocker, 'cause I'm a roller too, honey. I'm a rocker. Down at the juke joint, me and the bars were stomping, living and bopping and telling them dirty jokes. This chick and I knew she's up to something, so I kissed her right there out of the blue. Hey baby, meet me, I'm a tough guy. Got a motorcycle outside, you wanna ride? She just looks at me and you know she rolls those big eyes. Hey, I'll do it all for you, honey. 'Cause I'm a rocker. I'm a roller too, honey. I'm a rocker. To rock and roll, got all my records and I'm ready to go.
Be wondering why I'm wearing a mask. Well, no, there's no one around. I don't have to social distance, but bloody hell, the smell. Oh, anyway, on with the show.
Good morning, and you're listening to The Breakfast Show on North Compass Radio with me, Tim Wiggins. Couple of things I read this morning. Firstly, did you know there's still a bunch of old bylaws up here from like the 1800s that makes it illegal for a man to pass wind whilst wearing a hat on a Sunday? I'm not joking. And apparently, if a woman insults a tradesman on a Wednesday, then her husband is to be publicly flogged in Badgerton Square and receive no less than 5 lashes. Blimey, glad I'm not married. Anyway, we got loads coming up on the show, but before we do get on, be on the lookout today, because apparently the old man from the sofa sessions is out and about filming for a podcast. So if you see him, give him a wave. You might end up on YouTube. Right, on with the show. Something for you young and trendies out there. It's the Human League and Fascination.
Seems like every night I'm crying. Seems like every night I'm crying. Seems that I have lost my way. Seems that I have lost my way. Things may change for the better. To my love I pray. In a dream we're kissing. In a dream we are kissing. Ran my fingers through her hair. Ran my fingers through her hair. When my eyes flickered open, well, I could see she wasn't there. So cold, so alone. Love has stripped me, stripped me, stripped me. Seems like everybody's laughing. Seems like everybody's laughing. I can't take another day. I can't take another day. I can hear whispered voices, but I can't hear what they say. So cold, so alone. Love has stripped me, stripped me, stripped me. Stripped me to the bone. Stripped me to the stone. Stripped
stormy weather, keeping me inside, a roof over my head. Oh, hello. You know, it's come to my attention that some of you lot haven't been leaving comments. I'm not very happy with that. My ego is suffering terribly. Do something about it.
1944, and due to the threat of more bombing attacks, James Carpenter found himself evacuated from his home in London to the safety of North Campus, where he was placed under the care of the Sudbury Manor estate. But when he returned home in the September of the following year, he did so with a fantastic tale. At the time, it was dismissed as a simple childhood fantasy, but James Carpenter never wavered from his account, and in 1996, at the age of 61, just 3 months before he passed away, I had the pleasure of meeting him personally, and this is what he told me. Upon his arrival in North Campus, James said he kept himself to himself, and he had been given a room on the ground floor of the servants' quarters at Sudbury Manor. But on the first night, whilst reading in his room, he heard a noise coming from behind the wall. As he listened, there was a rumble like subdued thunder, and as the lights went out, he noticed a piece of wallpaper had come unstuck, revealing a door. Now, like most young boys, the revelation of a small door with potential secrets was intoxicating to young James. So, of course, he ventured into the dark with his flashlight guiding his way. As James crawled through the tunnel beyond the door, it opened to reveal a ladder leading far below into the depths of the earth. But as I say, a young boy of 9 knows no fear, and so he descended. Down and down he climbed, and as he did, the darkness dissipated and was replaced by a soft light, no doubt from naturally occurring lichen or some such like. The narrow tunnel opened out to what James described as a vast chamber, and within it a city built higgledy-piggledy upon itself to magnificent proportions. Down and down again, and still the ladder continued, until finally he reached solid ground, but only for a moment. James described the scene to me as a veritable maze of hallways on various levels connected by ladders of immeasurable size. He told me that this underground city was, for the most part, uninhabited, though he did give mention of many small, dog-like stone creatures and various other unusual things. But James claims he spent many days exploring this labyrinth, until he eventually found his way back to the surface, where apparently nobody had even noticed he'd been gone. Now, viewers, for the full account of his time underground, you will have to wait for the release of my new book, A History of North Compass, Volume 2. But it's interesting, isn't it? I approached the Sudbury Foundation several years ago for any information they had about young James staying with them. They say there exists no record of a James Carpenter being evacuated to them. Yet I find it fascinating. I mean, as we all know, Sudbury Manor is built upon a pre-existing structure and is the ancestral home of the Sudbury family. Strange that there is a local legend of an underground civilization that emerged and settled the area long ago. Strange that a small boy from Hackney should invent a tale that bears such a resemblance to such a little known story. And stranger still, that the Sudbury Foundation are no longer accepting my phone calls. This is Sebastian Presley. Good night.
Every night I cry while my baby tries to sleep. I love her. I love her. Every day I say that I cannot find a way back home, back home, and I cry. Don't know what to get through the pain, the pain. Nothing that I do makes me feel the same, the same, the same. And I cry. Cry. Should I hide the things like it all, like it all, like it all, away? And I cry.
Not down now. Where the bloody hell?
This November on NCTV comes a 6-part series of chilling investigations by me, Sebastian Presley, author of A History of North Compass and sometimes guest on the Sofa Sessions. Join me as I take a closer look at some local legends and macabre mysteries, such as: was there really a dark curse on Barrington House? Or were the deaths of the entire Barrington family due to a simpler, more nefarious cause? And we've all heard the bedtime tales of strange things happening in the hills hereabouts. Sergeant Cobble and the Pillbox, Squire Robin and Maud Marian of Badgerton, and of course, the many stories of Mother Compass herself. But when I dug a little deeper and connected the dots, what I discovered was frightening. And who are the Sudburys, a family so entrenched in North Compass history, yet we know so little of the truth behind those tales, such as what secret lies beneath their manor house? How did they amass such a fortune? And why, in 1999, did head gardener Charles Pike disappear, only to be found 9 months later, living rough on the streets of Glasgow, with no knowledge of ever working for the Sudbury Foundation? So join me, Sebastian Presley, Thursdays at 10 p.m. for an exclusive to NCTV, the televised history of North Compass. New from the Old Man, one extended play single, 4 original songs like this. Tell me, do you believe when I say it's true? Do you? Tell me, do you believe? Do you? Oh, do you? Oh, tell me, do you believe? Tell me, do you believe? Like I know you used to. Oh. 4 original songs, including this roaring slice of retro rock. Well, I know it's time for me to act my age, but I can't hold back. I can't turn that page. Yeah, I can turn that page, and the groove tastic every night. Hey, you gotta tell me what you want, and you gotta show me what you need. Yeah, you gotta find another way, 'cause you gotta tell them what to say. Every night and every day, every night and every day, every night and every day, yeah. Plus, the ever so hauntingly sad Fool on the Run. Every time I see you, I know you are the one. And every time I tell myself I'm a fool on the run, there's something inside, something I cannot lie. There's something inside I cannot hide, and I'm crying, and I'm crying. Hey baby, don't you want me? Don't you need me? Hey baby, can you hear me? Can you see me? Keeping the faith with the Old Man. Now, on NC Radio, it's time for part 2 of Who is Mr. Sudbury? On last week's episode, we heard all about Mr. Sudbury's childhood days, his lying, thievery, and his eventual expulsion from the prestigious Hotch University,
So what happened next? Well, it seems the young Sudbury got into a rather violent argument with his father, the current Lord Reginald Sudbury, when he was found smoking marijuana cigarettes. This transgression resulted in the young Sudbury leaving home for the bright lights of London with nothing but the few trinkets he'd stolen to fund his journey, a bag of clothes and his bass guitar. Soon after he arrived in London, it seems he met and moved in with 53-year-old barmaid Sandra Cox of Clapham, and it was whilst living with her that he met none other than Jack Butler. But this was a few years before the world would come to know Butler as the rock star he is today. Back then, the Clapham Cowboys were already an established band, but when their original bass player quit the band, it was Mr. Sudbury who stepped in as replacement. But it wasn't an easy ride. The band were already at breaking point, and Sudbury's arrival seemed only to make things worse. We spoke to the band's original singer, asking what he thought of the young Mr. Sudbury.
Don't get me started about that pretentious Burke. He was a bloody nightmare, and I never wanted him in the band anyway.
As we all know, it wasn't long before Jack Butler left the UK and moved to Japan, formed a new band, and as the saying goes, the rest is rock and roll history. For Mr. Sudbury, however, it must have been devastating, but despite their original differences, it was Dangerous Bob, the band's first manager, that opened the door to the next step on Mr. Sudbury's journey to becoming the UK's #1 retailer. But that, viewers, will have to wait for next week's show. In the meantime, I'm Tim Wiggins, and this is Jack Butler with Cruising.
And that's about it for another sofa session special. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. I'll just carry on upstream. Thanks to everyone for all the help. Ow! Ah! My God, I've been attacked! Cut! Well, that's it for another sofa session special. I hope you enjoyed just a little bit of it. All it remains for me to do is thank everyone for helping out. And let you know that we'll be back very soon, probably sooner than you realise. But for now, I'm going to leave you with the sofa sessions and welcome to the machine. Where the bloody hell am I?
Welcome, my son. Welcome to the machine. Where have you been? It's alright, we know where you've been. You've been in a pipeline, filling in time, provided with toys and scouting for boys. You bought a guitar to punish your mom. You didn't like school, and you know you're nobody's fool. So welcome to the machine. Welcome, my son. Welcome to the machine. What did you dream? It's alright, we told you what to dream. You dreamed of a big star. He played a mean guitar. He always ate in a steak bar. He loved to drive his Jaguar. So welcome to the machine. So welcome.